Shadows creeping in the night, feel the chill. Whispers in the dark, telling secrets running through. Footsteps echo, lost in the mist. Haunted by the past, a fate that can't be missed. Dark waters like the sun screams. Looking through the void, chasing broken dreams. Lights flashing, walking racing fast. Dancing with the shadows we were never meant to last. In the depths where the nightmares play, the twisted sanctuary where we lose our way. Hold on tight to the edge of despair. In this dark, dark world, we find solace rare.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new Friday night home of Encrypted Connections. And to my that side
over here,
that side over there, you might recognize this man. He is Tennessee legend, cryptid phenom, paranormal professor, the Dewster. Welcome back, man.
Glad to be back, man. Glad to be back. I sure missed everybody.
Oh, we missed you too. Oh crap! I'm losing my.
Oh,
I'm losing. The new intro's not done yet. The video was super rough draft. So that is like was super quick. I did it in like 30 minutes. It's going to be a lot more, but I didn't have a whole lot of time. Like I said, I work 7 days a week, and I just rushed it together. But I'd like to know what everybody thinks of the music. I think the music's pretty dope, actually. I liked it a lot. Just trying to change things, you know what I mean? It's a new era for the show, and so yeah. Ben, let me mention this real quick. Ben, our good friend Ben Unexplained. I love Ben. Ben is one of my closest buddies. Ben sent me these amazing Bose headphones. Right? Check these things out. These things are amazing. Because Ben is just great people. And sadly, I couldn't figure out how to get them to work with this tonight. So I have to try it again while I have some time tomorrow. I'll get them to work. But I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't get them to link up tonight. And when they plugged into the microphone, because they have a cord, they're cordless, but when they have a cord, and I plugged them into the Yeti, and it wasn't recognizing them. So I'll get it fixed.
Yeah. You can figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it done. But anyway, welcome everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. Let's see who's in the chat. Mark D, what's going on, buddy? Hello, Hope. Of course, Ben, Miss Francesca. How are you, honey? And what did I see? Lucci, what's going on, buddy? And Fraser's View, Texas. Welcome, Texas. Is that a good Texas accent? Probably really bad, huh? I got to work on my Southern accent. I got to get it down.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, it will, huh?
You ones will be talking like us in no time.
Oh, that's good. I can't wait. I can't wait, partner.
It's sure glad to be back. I've been missing this. So.
I'm so glad you're back, buddy. I'm so glad you're back. I'm glad things are, Miss K. Where did I miss Miss K? How did I miss Miss K? Where was she at? Oh, there she is. Hi, Miss K. I love Miss K.
Mine is locked up as far as the chat. I can't.
You're locked up?
Well, the chat is, but
really,
actually, my mouse. There you go. Let me find the mouse again.
Okay, get your mouse. I didn't know people still use mouses in this day and age.
There we go. I got it. I've got my screen set up on dual screen, and I take the mouse off to the far right, and it goes up to the other monitor. but I got the monitor off and I couldn't find my mouse pointer, so I had to keep moving till it finally appeared. But
Gotcha. So Dewey, since we were last on, a lot of things have happened. You're infirmed right now.
yes, I am. I'm building a Miss D, Stitch Witch. I'm building her an addition onto her embroidery shop. She has got so much business going on, and her shop is getting crowded. So I'm building an addition onto the back of it. And I went to the lumber company. I got the framework all built for the flooring and everything, and went to the lumber company and picked up 5 sheets of this 3/4 inch Advantech flooring. Each sheet weighs 75 pounds. It's compressed real tight. 4 by 8 sheets. And he told me, he said, go slow. He said, just come out back of your truck if you don't watch out. It's slick. Sure enough, about a half a mile from a lumber company, I was going up this little hill and I'll come out of the back of my truck. And here I am up on this hill on the highway, and nobody around anywhere. And I'm trying to get out of the road before somebody comes along and runs over me, and I almost overdid it at that point. Finally, this good Samaritan stopped and helped me load the last 2 sheets up. I kind of hurt my arm in the process of doing that. So we get back to the house, and my son-in-law was going to start putting the flooring down. Well, sick that morning, so I'm going to start it myself. So I built me a little cart to put this on, to roll it out to where I'm going to put it at. And it almost worked. And it didn't lap on like I wanted. I went to move it. And it sounded like a rubber band broke in my arm.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Anyway, it took my breath. It hurt so bad. It took my breath. A big old goose egg come up on my elbow, and I thought, this is not good. So I went in and told Dee, I said, we need to go to the doctor. Well, I couldn't get an appointment to see anybody. It was like 11 days before I can get my surgeon to look at it. Went and did my knees and all, my orthopedic surgeon. So anyway, I finally get in to see him, and they sent me to the hospital to get MRI and all that kind of stuff done. So we got that done, and he called back the next day and he says, you need to come in. We need to discuss your options. And I thought, this don't sound good. So anyway, I went in and talked to him. He says, I walked in the door and he just shook his head, I said, what's wrong? He said, is that bad? And he said, yes, it's that bad. He said, in fact, it's so bad, the doctor here is not going to touch it. He says, we're going to send you to a professional over in Nashville to take care of this. And this is Dr. Weichert at Vanderbilt. He's also an associate professor. He teaches surgery and stuff at Vanderbilt, so he's a good one. Anyway, they got got me all fixed up, and I'm in the process of healing right now. But it snapped plumb out, and just luckily the very fibers at the end of the tendon that come loose, it kind of hung up in the scar tissue where I hurt it, and it kept him having to go up in my arm to get it. So it was kind of hung down there, but it was the most pain I ever had in my life.
Well, that's not fun.
It was not fun at all. It's still not fun. But I got my Batman brace on right now, if you notice.
Look at that thing.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, that's at least you got something fashionable out of the deal.
Yeah, I'm probably end up taking it off here in a few minutes. I can't use the keyboard hardly with it. It wants to hit other keys I don't want it to hit,
Does it shoot shit out of it or what? Do you get to shoot things out of it, or no, it's just there to...
No, I'm working on that.
I figured you would be.
I'm working on it right now. In fact, you look behind my head over here, you'll see one of the drones flew over and this little guy jumped out.
Oh, that's good. Is he friendly? He looks friendly.
He is. Anyway, he jumped out, and I caught him, brought him in the house. But
he looks nice enough. He doesn't look like he's very, threatening.
I didn't know it even lit up till a few minutes ago. I went to H.G. Hill's grocery store a few months ago, right after Halloween, and it landed up in a little cart, and I picked it up and asked Grace, how much is this? And she says, 95 cents. So I went ahead and got it. And I was going to hang it up just for a prop, when I got to look and thought, the thing's got batteries. And I put new batteries in it and I turned it on, and that's what it does. So.
For $1, I would have bought it for sure.
Yeah, well worth 95 cents.
Absolutely. Brian and Chewy, what's up, guys? Yeah, Chewy better be listening. I mean, after all the baked goods that I've brought that dog over the course of our friendship, he better be tuning in. I love that dog. Such a good dog.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he
Oh,
is.
he's such a good dog. Such a great partner to have out in the field too, man. Better than Brian. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So all right, let's just get into this, okay?
Got one more little thing I want to tell you about.
Okay, go for it.
I saw where Seth had put a thing on Facebook where he's doing the final edits on the Lost Contact documentary, Captain
Yeah.
Thomas Mantell, and it's supposed to be released to the Kickstarters here pretty soon. Way he talked. He said it's going to be a while before anybody else gets it because he's still working on distribution and getting somebody to do it and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, I thought I'm going to ask him. I'm going to send him a message and ask him, about where I go to sign up to be on the Kickstarter, And I looked at the bottom of it, and there's this link at the bottom of it. It says, "This is for you and your lovely wife's eyes only. Do not share with anybody." I got to watch the documentary last night. It's an hour and 30-something minutes long, and it is beautiful. I love every bit of it. I mean, it is.
Come on.
It is fantastic. He done a great job.
Oh, that's so cool, man. I'm so
it
glad.
made my day. I was up to about 11 o'clock last night watching, so it made my day. It made my day. He did a great job on it.
Well, they do a great job over there.
And it was just a rough draft of it. It wasn't the final cut, but he's going to do the final cut next day or two. But I loved it.
Well, that's great, man. I can't wait to watch it. Honestly, I know it's been a passion project of yours, and obviously we over here at Encrypted Connections, we love those guys over at Small Town Monsters.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
As a matter of fact, if you guys have not watched, a couple things here I'm going to mention. If you haven't watched Alex's newest film about the Go Road in Northern California, it's a road that was never finished. It was supposed to go from Gasky to Orleans and kind of have a road for access to through like the Klamath Mountains, and like that's the road that brings you to Bluff Creek. It's a road. It's like a paved road. But they never finished it because the Native Americans out there didn't want them to, because it was sacred land to them.
Right.
So there's like a 5-mile stretch in between where it's supposed to finish that's unfinished. But the whole drive is like a 5-hour drive from top to bottom. And it's an amazing, Alex did such a good job on this thing. Like I'm not just saying this. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So if you guys have time, please check it out. And then Lucci, very quietly, didn't let anybody know. Little rat. I'm just kidding. He made a starring appearance in Linda Eastburn's newest video. Linda makes a lot of videos about Bigfoot stuff. She's been doing it for a couple of years now. But she made a video, and Mike was the star of the video recently. So if you guys get time, go check that out, because again, he did a great job in the video. He really did. Mike is one of those people, much like Alex. Like if Mike's going to find the logical explanation for anything first. He's going to debunk things first before he says, "Oh, it's Bigfoot. Oh, it's paranormal. Oh, it's this." It's always going to come down to like, what's the most logical explanation for this, right? So if there's something that he says, is really compelling, trust me, I'll tell you right now, it had to be pretty damn compelling. So just wanted to throw that out there.
All right.
Anyhow, Henry says, took my Shepherd to Bridgewater Triangle, did great. Some big feet trout. Whoa, really? Buttload of tree manipulation. The place is so weird out there, man. I don't like it at all. Great nose and highly vision strong as well. My squirrel small, the turkey size. Very good, man. Very good. Yeah, it's a strange place. I don't like it. I'm never going back to that Freetown Forest ever again. You can keep that place. Okay, so let me get something out of the way. I've been teasing some news for quite a while. I've been, kind of saying, oh, there's going to be some big changes coming to the channel and yada, yada, yada. The future of the channel is going to be a lot different. Here's why. I am moving to Tennessee. I am going to be living in like southeastern Tennessee very soon, sometime in the next few months. Hopefully, the storm did a lot of damage down there. It kind of put a pause on things. It was supposed to happen sooner, but that storm really did a lot of damage, and it slowed things down quite a bit. But it's still, everything's still going forward the way it's supposed to. It's just going to take a little longer. Plans have to, you have to pivot and change plans to try to make things work, with what you got. And so that's kind of what we're doing now, is we're trying to figure out what the best way to go about this is, to try to get things rolling and get down there, even if it means that like the original housing plans aren't in place yet. We'll probably just figure out something temporarily just so we can get down there, and then we can be there to try to work on it all, ourselves. So obviously that's going to change a lot of things, right? Living in southeastern Connecticut is very difficult to do a lot of this cryptid stuff because there's a Rev. What is up, Rev? This is not a very big hotspot. Now, that's not to say that there's not places here that are great to go. I've had some great places. I love Patchogue. It's not super active. It's had some things happen. The old man's property has been the best place, but I haven't been there in over a year, for many reasons. But Tennessee obviously is littered with so many hot spots. You got the Smokies, you got the Cherokee National Forest, you've got North Carolina's right there, South Carolina's right there, Georgia, Kentucky, like all of those things are within reasonable driving distance. Dewster's going to be like 4 hours from me, which is, that's nothing. Joe and Jesse, like two and change. And my backyard is a mountain. It's a mountain. Like literally, the backyard's a mountain. Like I will be able to do this stuff every single day if I want to. So it is going to change the trajectory of this channel a lot. I'm hoping to be able to do in-field investigations with you, obviously.
Oh yeah.
With Joe and Jesse, and then I have a partner who's going to do things with me, which I'll introduce when the time is right. But yeah, it's that's cryptid country down there, baby. The Appalachians, Appalachia. How do you say it?
It's close enough to me. I understood it.
I know up here we call them the Appalachian Mountains up here,
yeah.
but
There you go.
Anyway, that area down there is just weird. If you've watched anything Joe and Jesse do, everything down there is just strange. So I definitely will be doing stuff with Joe and Jesse, but I'm not going to be going to those places that they go where they're out there, getting chased out by murder billies and like, meth heads and shit. I'm not doing that, man. We'll go look for Bigfoot somewhere relatively safe. I'm not taking me up into some mountain that's haunted by, dead meth heads and cultists and shit. I'm good with that, man. All set. Squatching grandmama. No more squatching mountain mama. Squatching grandmama. How are you, dear? Good to see you, Sandy. It's that looks like Lachin to me.
Looks like Latchin to me.
Appalachian, the Appalachian Mountains. Is that how you say it? All right. Well,
sounds good to me. I understood it.
I'll work on that. Get my accent down too before I get down there.
There you go.
All right. All right.
So let's talk over yonder, and
right. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Knee high to a fly's eye.
It's y'all. You got to learn to say y'all.
Yeah, y'all. Okay. How's your ma? How's your pie?
Yep.
That stuff. Get me some biscuits.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So let's talk about this madness that's going on in the skies across the country, man. I talked about it last time I was on, but I thought by now maybe there'd be some resolution, and it just seems to get crazier and crazier. I talked about some theories that I had last time I was on. Maybe it's a distraction method because there were some kind of things that the exiting president did to pardon some people that could probably chap some people's behinds. So maybe it was a distraction method to get people to look away from that. I thought maybe I'd heard the theory that maybe they were looking for a missing dirty bomb, a nuclear dirty bomb that was in Europe and went missing. That's not the case. Me and Joe talked one night, and Joe brought something up, and he said, some of these things are definitely drones, and they're definitely ours, because if they weren't, they'd have been shot down out of the sky. These other things, though, are not. The other things are not drones. There's weird stuff in the sky that's not ours. And maybe those things are here because we have something of theirs that they want back. And this is their way of telling us, we want it back. We're not going anywhere, so give it back. That's a little unnerving, if that's the possibility. But these videos, if you guys go on Reddit, which I suggest you do, go on Reddit, sign yourself into, join the UFO groups on Reddit.
Yep.
And if you go on all day long, you will see people posting new videos, new pictures of these strange, weird, crazy things in the sky all over the world. Not just here. Ben was telling me he was seeing shit in the sky over England the other night. Obviously, a lot of this stuff started there like a month or two ago. It was over air bases over there, and then airports, that weird blue orb that landed and hovered over the airport in the UK that the pilot took a picture of. No way that thing is ours. That there's no propulsion system on it, no propellers, no nothing. It hovered like a foot or two above the runway for a while, and then shot up into the sky and stayed in the sky for a while and then took off. That's not ours. That's not.
No.
We don't have that. They're in Nevada, Colorado. Where else did I see them? I want to say like maybe Iowa. Obviously Jersey. They're here. They're literally right in my backyard. They've been here for like a week now. Right over the Thames River, by the nuclear power plant, by the electric boat that builds the nuclear submarines for the military here, by the Navy base, by the Coast Guard base, and by the Air National Guard. So I don't know what the frig's going on. It is weird. What are your thoughts?
It is weird. It's very weird.
What are your thoughts, Dewey?
Well, I was kind of leaning toward them trying to find that missing radioactive, shipment. But the more I think about it, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. It's kind of odd, that most of them have FAA, lights on them, so navigation lights, and I don't think a UFO would have those on it. It's part of the smoke and mirrors, going on is what it is. If they're trying to bring us into a soft landing for this disclosure or what, it's who knows. I quit trying to figure the government out years ago.
Yeah, that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
I saw a video. Octo, who's in the chat right now, sent me his videos, and he lives in Massachusetts, not far from me. He's right down the road from the old man's property. The missing radioactive material was found. So that's not what they were looking for, because they're still up in the sky. There you go, Squatch and Grandma. A lot of them don't have heat signatures. That's very strange, right?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? But he filmed a bunch of stuff over Millbury, Massachusetts, the other night. A bunch of other people filmed it too. Like I said, they've been filmed here for nights. There was one that was seen landing, like and hovering a few feet above a giant solar panel field. The lady watched it and she said, "This thing looks like it's sucking power from these things." And then all of a sudden, it shot up into the sky again. What the hell is that? I mean, that's
we don't have any pilots that can withstand that kind of G-force. I mean,
so strange, man.
Piloted, there's no way they could survive that kind of G-force.
No, they couldn't. The human body can't handle that. The other, like the drones are the drones, but it's these other things that are really unnerving. There's these orbs that people keep seeing that look like they're almost made of plasma. Sometimes they're one color, sometimes they change color, but they look like they're like alive and moving almost. It's the strangest thing when people there, because a lot of people now, you're getting like professional photographers and astrophotographers who are going out there with these incredible cameras to film this stuff. When they get close up on these things, you can literally see these things, like whatever it is, it's like they're moving inside there. And I don't know what the hell that is. And then they fly around and make these crazy maneuvers that no one of us could ever make. Right. Even a drone couldn't do it. It's just so fast and so quick. No way. So the question is, and then the other part of this is like, at first it was, oh, it's Iran. And then, oh, no, it's not Iran. It's not Iran. Oh, it nothing to worry about. And then they're operating legally under FAA guidelines. And then all of a sudden the FAA comes out with a ban on drones over New Jersey and threatens lethal force if any of them continue to fly there. So it's just lie after lie after lie after lie. And why? Why are they lying? That's the problem. Like what's going on that to me is, it's got to be so bad that you continue to make shit up to try to throw us off the scent.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? All of this deception needs to stop. They need to stop. They need to start telling the people what the hell is happening.
Yeah, exactly. Need more transparency.
Yeah.
I saw on TV the other day where they were cautioning the first responders and emergency personnel, if they do happen to find one, to set up a 350,
yes,
foot, perimeter around it, and treat it as hazmat, put on the hazmat suits, and I call the bomb squad. So I don't know, don't know.
Breath they're telling you that they're safe and it's not a big deal, they're operating legally, and another breath they're telling first responders hazmat suits, 350 foot or yard, whatever it is, perimeter, and don't touch it, don't go near it, call the authorities, we'll send the right people in. Well, if they're safe and they're operating legally, then what the hell is there to be worried about?
We'll send the right people in to hide it and cover it up, and it never happened.
That's right. And then those people, and then those first responders who were there will get threatened. And
oh yeah. Yep, you are right.
Lucy, it's possible the truth could cause widespread panic hysteria. Maybe that's what they're keeping a tight lid on. Well, I mean, at this point, you've got enough people who are worked up about this stuff that it's like, it's already causing panic. People in New Jersey are freaking out, man. They're freaking out. These things have been there for like a month now. If you watch, Joe would send me links. We would send each other stuff back and forth for days now, and he sent me links to these beach cameras in New Jersey. And if you watch these beach cameras at night, you can see these things coming in from the ocean in waves. To me, those aren't drones. They just pop up. It's not like they even like all of a sudden these just lights appear. They're just there. And then you see them coming in waves, 3, 4 at a time, 5 at a time. And it's like, it's just weird. It's just weird. People are talking about this at my work every day this week. Yep. It's everywhere, man.
Yeah.
People are nervous about it. It's not cool. That's right. It's not, man. And you have to look past the. I know most people want to believe that things are status quo. That's kind of what we do as humans. We want to believe that everything is status quo.
Right.
Everything's okay. We want to believe that the people who are supposed to be better than us, quote unquote, in these positions of power, because they're supposed to be in some ways better than us, right? That's why they get these positions. You want to believe that these people are going to do better than you and I would do and do right by that position. It's not the case, though.
No.
Human beings with power and money comes corruption. So it's time to stop. It's time to start looking past the logical, like the most grounded answers, and start looking to other options. You know, in the history of this country, when has anything like this ever happened?
We had the airship flap of 96 or something like that. Had a lot of people panicked over that, you know. I don't think it would. I may be wrong, but I believe one could fly by my house and it wouldn't scare me. If it lands in the front yard, it may be a little different, you know.
Yeah, that'd probably freak
If
me
a
out.
door opens, this little green man comes running out toward me, you know, then, you know, a little guy like this guy back here, if he comes running toward me, you know, then I might be a little bit, you know, nervous then. But I saw my first UAP about a month ago. We were going to Adams and we were looking at the moon. The moon was almost full, but it was at daylight. It was out, you know, and we were just looking at it. And Laura says, "Look there, look at the moon." And I looked at it, and it used to this little, like a little clear, not a little silver ball, kind of went up across the face of the moon. It got up a little bit above the moon, and it was gone. Oh, I don't want to do that again. But anyway,
Jeez, Dewey.
But it amazed me. So I'm watching the skies more now than I am watching the woods around me and stuff. I'm more or less not worried about the Bigfoot and the dog man. I'm watching for UAPs and flying saucers now.
Yeah. I watched a video today of two, like, this was clear as day. This was during the day. It did not look like, I think I sent it to a couple people. I'm not sure, remember who I sent it to, but it looked like it was during the day. It wasn't at night, so it was very clear. It was very easy to see. What's it called? It was two flying saucers, like typical flying saucers, and they were either being escorted or chased by fighter jets. I mean, it was clear as day. The only thing that made me go, those might not be like extraterrestrial, is that they didn't, like, they were flying at a speed that seemed fairly easy for the jets to keep up at. So there was a thought that I was like, well, maybe those could be some kind of reverse engineered alien tech that we have. And they're test flying them.
Yep, it very well be, yeah.
And they chose now to do so because of all of the action in the skies and all this weird stuff going on. Just as a way to say, hey, look at, we learned something from the shit that we got from you guys. So just wanted to let you know. I don't know. It's all very weird. It's all very scary, honestly. You know, I like I said, you said if one flew over your house, it wouldn't freak you out. I'm seeing these. I took a video or a picture of two things in the sky a week ago. One of them was red. It was big. It was round. It stayed red. Didn't blink. It didn't, just bright red. And then all of a sudden it zipped across the sky. It must have gone miles in a second. I mean, a second. And then it came to a dead stop. Oh, what the hell is that? Then I took a picture of this big, white, giant orb in the sky. I mean, pretty high, you know, a couple thousand feet up, few thousand feet up. But it was big, man. And it looked a lot like these things that people keep taking pictures of, like they kind of like plasma like. It just looked like it was sitting there and it was like moving like inside of it. It was the strangest thing. And then it went whoop, lights out, gone. It was just weird, man. But it didn't freak me out. I was just like, whoa, this is cool, or kind of weird, or a little bit freaky, but I wasn't like panicking or anything, you know?
Right.
I think all these drones and UAP stuff could be a diversion from something else. Yeah, before you got here, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, very
Look,
possibly.
a squirrel.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. I grew up an Army brat. My dad told us years ago, what we hear, don't believe, what we see isn't real. Well, there's always that thought that it's all Project Bluebeam, right?
Yeah.
You guys know about Bluebeam. It's it's these projectors that they can basically make 3D projections in the sky that look as real as anything. Yeah. You know, so.
And, you know, some of these drones could be just practice for that, you know. Getting everything set up to see if it's going to work. I mean, you know,
right. Yeah, right. It's, I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that was like kind of excited for a little while, like, ooh, this is neat, this is cool. Maybe we're actually going to have like contact with these things, right? Maybe we're going to get some like real contact. Maybe it's all because we have this disclosure stuff happening, and like, you know, I don't know. And maybe it's going to be like, you know, more like a movie, like we come in peace, we'd like to meet your leaders.
Yeah.
You know, all right, well, just make sure you send them to the right ones, not the wrong ones.
It'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
It's very well
your leader.
Very well, yeah, very well could be.
Let me take you somewhere else.
Yeah, why don't you know what? Let's
go to Cracker Barrel or something.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, you don't want to do that. We'll take you to dinner instead, man. Let's take you to Cracker Barrel. I do love Cracker Barrel. But yeah, man, you know, if this is a psyop or like a fear-mongering campaign, then what's the reasons behind it, right? Is it to get us into some kind of conflict with another country right as the transition of power is happening, so that the incoming president now has a big problem on his hands to deal with and could potentially make him look like a jerk off? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's a possibility. But the thing that I keep going back to is, you know, if the people in power allowed certain rumors to go on, because, you know, like they allowed the nuclear bomb, dirty bomb theory to circulate. And if they could have easily said, listen, whoa, pump your brakes. There's no nuclear bomb. There's no dirty bomb. You guys are in total hysteria mode. Just chill out. That's not what's going on. Because, you know, who would want that to spread around? That would make you look pretty incompetent.
Yeah.
And pretty crappy. So, but they allowed it to go, you know, for people to talk about it. No one tried to step in and say, no, that's not the case. That makes me really worried, because if they're allowing that, that makes me say, well, then what is the real problem? If they're not worried about you talking about a nuke that's possibly floating around this country, what the hell is really happening? Because a nuke to me seems like a real big issue.
Yes.
That's what makes me nervous.
Yep, it sure does.
One of my main theories, probably mentioned, the drone stuff could be one part of the government showing another part that they're in charge, related to the disclosure of true disclosure. Yeah, like a mini, infighting, like a mini civil war between two parts of the government. It's possible. These same groups that are infighting and trying to control disclosure through these hearings, well, Yeah, it's very possible. Very, very possible.
It's going to be crazy. They have lied for all these years, saying there's no such thing as flying saucers and all this kind of stuff, And now they're going to have disclosure. I mean, so
Uh,
what changed?
Right. Again, there's the thing, right? Why now?
Yeah.
Why now? Why did they decide to say, okay, let's tell them that these things are real now? Is there something else that they knew was going to happen that was in the works already, or that they had intelligence on, that they were like, talk about the UFOs and the disclosure, get them to look over there so that we can try to hide what's going on over here, But the whole thing with the disclosure thing was that should have been the biggest story in a century, to say UFOs and extraterrestrials are real. We've known about them for years, decades, that should have been the biggest story in the last 100 years. And it was like you had a little blurb, in your local paper or on your news, and then like within a couple of days, everyone was over it. No one was talking about it anymore. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, only people like us talk about the meetings, like, oh, did you watch the news disclosure meeting? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But most people are just like, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
They're the ones to panic when it does happen.
Right. But, I've heard so many different things. Like I heard a guy talk about Buzz Aldrin. And Buzz went to Antarctica. I forget what year it was, 2007, something like that. Went to Antarctica on this expedition or whatever, and he had a heart attack and a stroke, or maybe just a heart attack. Maybe just a heart attack. Anyway, when he left there, he sent out a tweet that said, "We have seen the face of evil, and we are all in trouble." And that was it. No, never said anything about it again. But if you've seen, there's a couple clips of him in interviews where he mentions certain things that lead me to believe that he's seen some stuff that maybe he shouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
And that really shook him to the core. And again, that's a scary thought. If you have an astronaut who, really smart guy, Buzz seems like a pretty tough guy too, to be saying things like that makes me really, really nervous.
He must have seen over the ice wall, evidently.
Yeah, who knows? Well, there's always been theories about Antarctica being a potential, place of many, many, many secrets.
Oh, yeah.
Things buried in the ice or under the ice, or certain caves where UFOs come out of, and all kinds of stuff. People believe that some of the like mountains there resemble pyramids so much that there's no way they were naturally made, that they have to be like made by somebody, because they're so geometrically like perfect almost.
Yeah.
It's just strange, man.
Gotta make me a note here. I'm writing a new book on the Hopkinsville goblins.
Oh, one of my favorites.
I talked to Geraldine today for quite a while, and she's going to take her books down. She's got a new book fixing to come out first of the year, and she's going to take her old books down and not sell them anymore. So I'm going to try to get a couple of them before you take them down, and ask her where I can get them at. And she says, give me your address and I'll mail you a couple of them. So she's going to send me a couple, but they're not going to do the Little Green Men Festival evidently this year per se. They're going to change the name of it to Goblin Con and have it at one of the convention centers there in Hopkinsville. So I don't know what it's going to be like. I hadn't got to talk to the lady that's over it yet, but I'm supposed to be on the organizing committee, so we will. We'll see.
Well, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite stories ever. Talk about little weird alien men. There's a story for you if you've never followed the Hopkinsville Goblin story. That's a strange one. And I've said this many times, but I'll continue to say it because it ties right in. If you've never seen the docuseries Hellier, Hellier, you need to watch it. A matter of fact, I think when we get off here, I might go watch it again, just because it's so good. It talks about. It starts with a guy who has had a paranormal group when he was a kid, when he was like a teenager, and he kept the website up just because it had all their like old investigations on it or whatever. And he didn't want to take it down. So it's kind of like, a library of, the past. But there was an email sent to the website by a guy claiming that he was a doctor. He lived in Kentucky, and there was a cave on the outskirts of his property. And at night, these little creatures were visiting the house. They almost glow at night. They have big giant eyes, big weird ears, and feet that are almost like turkey feet, but wider and fatter. But, and he sent pictures to these people, and the pictures are crazy. I mean, they're crazy. They are, if they're fake, I don't know how he did it, especially the footprints that he got, these weird three-toed, like, footprints. They have dermal ridges on them. Like, it's a strange thing. And then this story really takes you on a ride, man. A ride. But it's amazing. I mean, it's truly like one of my favorite documentaries or docuseries on these kind of topics that we talk about ever. It even ties into Indrid Cold, who is obviously part of the like Mothman prophecy stuff, and it's crazy. It really is. If you ever get the chance, it's on Prime. It's amazing. So just keep that in your mind. Antarctica is a whole other world. Yeah, I agree. It is. I think the ocean is probably a good place that these things just hang out too, because we don't. We've only.
Sure don't look.
I
dog dare you.
What is this? I triple dog dare you. That's great. Yeah, the smiling man. Yeah, that's yep. It's awesome. Octo. It's called Hellier. Hellier. It's great. It really is a tremendous docuseries.
I bought this drawing at CryptidCon from a guy that drew it. I got him to autograph it for me. It's about the Hopkinsville Goblins, and I wanted to use part of it as my book cover, but he don't seem like he wants to share it. So anyway, we're still in negotiations right now, but I was to get my granddaughter to draw me up one, I guess. Whatever. She's a great artist, so I may get her to draw me up something, but I'll come up with something.
Well, you always do. But to everybody in the chat, please just harass Hope because she's never seen A Christmas Story. I mean, how can you call yourself?
What?
How can you call yourself an American?
That's sacrilege.
It is. You're a commie.
How can you not watch it?
You're a commie.
That is a Christmas tradition of mine. Every day on Christmas Eve, I watch it.
Let's get down to brass tacks. She's never seen National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. She's never seen A Christmas Story. She's never seen Jaws. She's never seen Rocky. She's never seen The Goonies. I mean, these are all American classics.
Especially The Goonies. I love The Goonies.
The Goonies is, come on. Hello. Amazing.
Stand By Me is a good one too.
She's probably never seen that. Probably never seen that. She sends me memes all the time, and I'm like, "Oh, that was a great movie." She's like, "That's a movie? That's from a movie?" I'm like, "You gotta be shitting me." How do you even get to your closest television? Look at everybody's just that's right. Yep. Give
Where
it to her.
Octopus said he worked in the weed industry. So how do you have no friends? I mean, I'm looking for a part-time job if you need some help. You know, like I may volunteer to help.
That's right. You don't even got to pay me. As of right now, I pay to be a part of
Big
that
old
industry.
stinking paycheck.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great. No, she wasn't beyond sheltered. She just decided not to watch them on her own. It wasn't like her parents kept her from a TV. She's seen other movies that are crap. She just hasn't seen the ones that mean anything. Yeah. Yep. You're a commie. You're not an American.
When you get down to Tennessee, you can get stuff like this right here.
What is that?
Squatch poo.
Oh, no way.
It's the original bag of poo.
That's awesome. What's it smell like?
I'm thinking about doing my own brand of that, you know.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna call it the do poo.
Do poo.
It might not taste as good as this.
Call it do DEWDOO. Do.
There you go.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh,
she's singing a Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, well, I don't care at this point. That doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. What other ones? What else?
Count, huh? What about Frosty the Snowman?
What else? What are we talking about the other day that she said she hadn't seen? I mean, I've been through a list of movies, and every time I go, "Are you kidding me? This is a joke, right? Like a bad joke." Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. At least she's seen Star Wars. Thank God for that.
Oh yeah.
But come on, A Christmas Story, National Lampoon's, Goonies, Jaws, Gremlins, Rocky. What else?
Spaceballs is a good one too.
I'm sure she's never seen that. I am sure of it. Die Hard, probably never seen that.
History of the World Part 1. That's a classic.
What else?
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles is a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. She's never seen Spaceballs. No.
Seen all the Die Hard movies.
How? Oh my God.
Is this Pick on Hope night or what?
I can't. Listen, here's the deal. Hope's a very good friend of mine, but I'm going to be honest with my friends, and this is just unacceptable. On every level, it's unacceptable. I'm sorry. You need your friends to tell you when you're really screwing up. Well, Hope, you're really screwing up here. You're really screwing up. She named her Christmas tree, and you know what her Christmas tree did? Because it was like, I'm not a person. I don't need a name. I'm just a tree. Let me be a tree. It decided to attack her. It grew mold, and it made her sick. She's going to kill me.
Frosty and Rudolph and all them, and that's something I always look forward to every year. Is Daddy always called me the night before and say, "Frosty's going to be on tomorrow night. Be sure and watch it." You know.
Oh, I love all of them. I love them.
In his 60s, he'd sit there and watch it just like everybody, you know. But he wanted to make sure we watched it, so he always let us know when it was going to be on.
Has anyone in this chat, and this is a obscure Christmas movie, I'm sure of it, but it's one of my favorites. It's a Jim Henson movie. It's called Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Has anyone ever seen that movie?
Not I.
Anybody in the chat?
I've never heard of it.
Jim Henson movie from like the 70s. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I'm a huge Henson fan. I love Henson.
Yeah. I hadn't seen that one. I'll have to look that one up.
It's obscure. It's obscure. Most people don't know it. Val saw it. Okay. Nice.
All right.
It's one of my favorites.
There may be hope after all.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Sean saw. What's up, Sean? Sean saw it. It is a great movie. He wants a guitar with the mother of pearl inlay. He's got to put a hole in the wash tub. It's a great movie. It really is. So good. I watched it the other day. But yeah, I watch all of them. The old Burl Ives, Rudolph.
Oh yeah.
It's such a great flick, man.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Ernest Saves Christmas is a great one. Obviously National Lampoons, obviously Christmas Story. What else? Frosty. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The one from like the 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
I just love those. It was a simple time, man. Things were just cool, way cooler.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's the fun about this time of year is, you know, all the nostalgia and the magic that, you know, Christmas brings. It's just awesome. And then if the Plane, Trains, and Automobiles is probably just an amazing movie. Amazing. Steve Martin back in the day was just him and Candy were great. Him and John Candy were great. Yeah, too funny. Heat Miser, yes, the Heat Miser.
That one.
That's right. Jack Frost, you remember that one? No,
I'm trying to think of the name of one. I lost my train of thought. The something Express.
The Polar Express.
Polar Express. Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
Polar Express. The Grinch.
That was a good one.
Nightmare Before Christmas. I believe it's Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah,
I think it's both.
Kind of a combination of both.
Yeah, I think it's both. Also an awesome movie. Uncle Buck, yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Buck, yeah. John Candy.
The cartoon Jack Frost. Well, not the cartoon. It's the it's with the puppets, like the little, you know, like Rudolph was. Bad Santa.
I've seen that one too.
Bad Santa was funny. Yeah, that was funny. Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob.
Elf.
Yep, Elf.
With Will Ferrell. Classic. Yeah, there's some good ones, man. There's some good ones. It's hard to keep up with them all now. There's so many. You know?
It is. It really is.
Growing up, it was like you just had a few. You had
the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, the Burl Ives, Rudolph. You had Frosty. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and A Christmas Story. Then later on came National Lampoons, and then just all these new ones now.
Miracle on 34th Street, is that the name of it?
Yep. What's the other one? It's a Beautiful Life.
Yeah, A Wonderful Life.
A Wonderful Life. Yeah, it's A Wonderful Life. That's the one. Yep. Great. That's another great movie. Jaws is not a Christmas movie. It's a great movie, but it's not a Christmas movie. Hooper drives the boat.
Get to the chopper.
Jaws is one of my favorite movies ever. One of my favorite movies ever. That Rocky. What do you, Ben? The perfect example why you can't let the English in the chat. They just go off on tangents. That's what happens when you lose, when you lose so bad to the United States. You can technically make an argument for Jaws 4. That's right, Mike. Yeah, that is right. It happened at Christmas time. That's right. Good call. Good call. Forgot about that. That's funny.
Wonder where Joe is tonight.
Yeah, he's probably mad because I wasn't in the chat on Monday. The thing is, man, I get home.
See, I did some product placement for him. See,
I got my Hellbent Holler sweatshirt. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know he mentioned it on the show on Monday. I got my Hellbent Holler sweatshirt from their merch line, and it's awesome. I mean, like, for real, it's awesome. I own so many hoodies, and I'm telling you right now, that thing is as nice as any hoodie that I own, and I paid a lot of money for some of these, like $100 per hoodie, some of them. And that shirt is softer and just as heavy as every hoodie I own.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's so good, dude. If you are on the fence about ordering Hellbent Holler merch, like, I'm telling you right now, do it, because inside information was that they probably weren't going to continue to do merch forever because it's just hard for them to do. So I know I think they should do it, but it's just difficult. So I would get it while you can.
And she's trying to work out some kind of a deal with Stitch Witch as far as maybe doing some more caps, maybe, or something, maybe. So
I thought I had a cap.
You don't have a cap?
I thought the Stitch was just sending me a cap. I never got it.
Well,
I never got it.
Oh, Stitch Witch was supposed to send you one?
Didn't she? I thought
she was working on a logo or something for you, but I don't know if you ever approved it or not.
I never saw it.
I'll get her back on that after Christmas. She's so booked up now, it's pitiful. I mean, she's had to turn down work left and right. I mean, just
that's all right. I'm just teasing anyway.
Everybody's wanting something for Christmas, but she's made memory pillows and memory bears and all kind of stuff, and it's wore out. She's been working almost 24/7 just about to get the orders out.
Oh, I'm just teasing anyway. Yeah, I have a Hellbent Holler hat too that Joe sent me. It's very nice. And I think Stitch Witch made that hat.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, very nice hat. Very, very nice. Embroidered, super nice. Ben's very upset about the fact that he doesn't have a Hellbent Holler hat. He's been asking me to proposition Joe for a hat, and I said, well, Joe's gonna have to pay that Royal Mail fee to get it over to you losers in England.
Oh wow.
Oh God, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
it'd be better off buying a patch and mailing a patch to him, U.S. mail, and then getting a black hat and getting somebody to sew it on for him.
There you go, or iron-on patch or something. That's not a bad idea.
She's made some up with the Velcro on the back of the patches. When you just put Velcro on your cap and just stick it on there.
That's not bad. There's still Encrypted Connections merch store, but it's crap. I never took it down because whatever. Plus, everything's in transition right now. I'm going to do merch.
I've got to set me up a store, and I'm trying to figure out who to go to and which one to do. I'm gonna start building a lot of paranormal research equipment.
Yep.
And I took my Ecto 1 hearse to a CryptidCon, and a lot of people look at it, and it was somebody wanted to buy it, but I hadn't seen the money yet. So
well, I'm gonna do merch. This has already part of the plan for the channel moving forward. I'm gonna do merch. It's gonna be much better, much different. It's not just gonna be like Encrypted Connections. It's gonna be like different designs. There'll be like UFO thing, Dogman thing, Bigfoot thing, like that kind of stuff. So you know,
Right.
if you guys wanted a shirt that had a UFO, or like I got probed and all I got was this crappy shirt, you know, that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's literally the shirt that I'm gonna make. Like I got probed and all I got was this crappy shirt.
It'd be a good one.
And then, you know, I'll make some other stuff. And then I'll do something with the Encrypted Connections logo, which is going to be completely changed also.
They're gonna
I
be
think
using
it's
the white
just gonna
rabbit.
I think it's just gonna be the white rabbit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's what it's gonna be. Just a white rabbit, simple. Yeah. So, but yeah, we'll do that going forward.
Yeah. I got this one. I need to work. I need to make this one into a REM pod.
There you go. There you go. You need to make it into one of those ones that like they can come up and like tickle and touch and all that, and it like laughs or whatever. And
my main one I want to do one of these days is take a Furby, one of those old Furbies, and make it into a REM pod and try to incorporate its voice in with it instead of
oh
using a
my,
little theremin noises. Use a little. That'd be creepy right there.
that would be awesome. That would be awesome, man. Well, I think probably going to call it a night, unless anybody else has got anything they want to discuss.
A quick hour, wasn't it, man?
Yeah, about hour and 5 minutes,
Man,
6 minutes. Going by
time
quick.
flies when you have fun.
Yeah, this was fun. This was fun. You know, I was telling Dewey before the show. It was a very tough last year. Just a lot of things, man. Just so many. Like obviously the breakup, the move, losing a 10-year relationship, losing a stepdaughter, losing a house, my home, losing, my pets, basically, for the most part. I don't live with them anymore. I still get to see them once in a while. Then the Lyme diagnosis and all the crap that came with that I still deal with now. These weird seizure things that I have, and flare-ups, and it mimics meningitis symptoms at times, like fever, sweats, chills, body aches, swelling in the joints. It's just awful. And then the shit from Freetown. I mean, it's just been a terrible last 12 months, like really bad. But things are much better than they were. Like really, it's been like such a turnaround.
Things are getting better. We've been praying for you.
I know you have, and I love you. I love all you guys. I really do.
Thoughts to you.
I really do love all you guys. I don't think it's. I know it's people say those things like, I love you guys, love you, but like when I say I love you guys, like every one of you guys in the chat, every person who comes here and supports the channel and is here's the thing, right? I think my relationship with the people who come here, like I have probably talked to almost every single one of you at some point, either through Messenger, on the phone, email. You know what I'm saying? Like we've personally talked to almost every single one of you. If we haven't talked, well, I'm here. Like I'll gladly get on the phone, text message. Like I'm here. So my relationship with the people who are part of this channel is probably a lot different than other people's, because I truly feel like when I say like this Encrypted Connections family, it's like a family, because I may not have the biggest channel, but the people who are here are friends of mine.
Yeah,
like
top notch. Yeah,
truly
top notch
friends, right? And that is it's a pretty special thing. Like the internet's a weird place, and for a lot of people it's a bad place. For me, it's been incredible. I've literally met some of my best friends in my life through this show. Truly, like you, Joe and Jesse, Hope, Ben, Fresh, Miss K, Mike, Donnie. There's a list that's this long that of people who are truly like really close friends of mine who I met through this, and it's just amazing. So when I say like I love you guys, I mean it. I truly do, and the support is, yeah. I know that, and so I'm gonna say this, like I've been very open about the fact that like I have not been a religious person. I lost my faith a long time ago. I think when my grandmother died, I was 12 years old. She was still the greatest person that I've ever known. I can never talk about her without getting upset. I was her firstborn grandchild. We were as thick as thieves. When she died, I think I was like, there's no God. Like, why would you take this woman? She was 61 years old. She was young. 61's not old. My mother's 70. Like, she shouldn't have died. And I think at that moment is when I started saying, like, no, I don't believe in God. There's no God. Look around. Look at all the shit that's going on. Look at all the bad things that happen. Look at, my father left me, blah, blah, all these things. I think that's where it started. And then I just kind of really leaned into it hard. But I'm going to tell you right now, over the course of this last year, my faith has come back a lot, because with all the shit that happened, the place I was in mentally and emotionally during most of it, I was not strong enough myself to get through it. And I know that there were people who were praying and through the guidance of a very good friend who is an amazing Christian man, didn't push it on me, just kind of helped me a little bit to understand it a little more. And I think through that and through all the prayers, it just made me go, okay, like I know I didn't do this, so I must have got help from somewhere. And then I started thinking about the fact that like there's no way that I beat my addiction all by myself, now that I think about it, because so many people died through the same thing that I went through, and I was probably worse than a lot of them. So how did I get through that? Well, probably with the help of somebody.
Right.
And so, like, I'll never push any beliefs like that on anybody, but I feel like I'm in a place now where like that relationship with my higher power has gotten way better, way stronger. And I don't think that I would have gotten through the things that happened this last year without it. I really don't. And for some people who believe that that's just like, that, religion is just something that people need to feel, but well, okay, that's fine. That's kind of what I believed for a long time too. And, but now I think differently. I really do. And I look around at things and I go, plus I just don't believe that all this stuff here works so perfectly just because one drop of primordial ooze evolved into all of this. I don't believe that.
That never happened.
I can't believe that. I really can't. So that's, there are blessings that came from all the crap. That's one of them. Hope asked me to talk more about the move. What do you want to know? I don't know what else to say about it. I have a great opportunity with a a great friend, a good guy, really a great guy. And to have a life that I would never have here. Listen, man, here's the truth. I'm a I don't know what the right way to say this is. I don't have education. I don't have any like great skill set that would get me a career doing anything that would earn me some really great money. The business that I started was great for a while, but with inflation the way it is, people don't spend money.
Right.
They don't spend money. So the money that I made from the business the first like 3 or 4 years was cut in half, and then it was cut by about another 25%. So I had to get another job, and that's where we're at. So the opportunity that I have to go down there is a better opportunity than I would ever have up here, to make really decent money, to have my own home, like house, and I get to live like my dream. I get to live in the mountains, which is what I've always wanted to do. Always wanted to live in the mountains, in the woods. That's what I wanted. I always thought it was going to be up north, like New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont. Yeah, probably not Vermont. Fuck that place. But I always thought it was going to be up north. But God's got other plans, man. God's got other plans.
Yep.
So I'm excited to get down there. I really am. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be new. It's going to be culture shock for sure. I live in a place where everything I need is 5 minutes away. Everything. Restaurants, fast food, every store, major highways, hospital, everything is 5 minutes away. And I've lived in a place like that for 44 years of my life. Where I'm moving to, there ain't a single restaurant in that town. I don't know that there's even a stoplight in it.
They still got dirt roads there too, haven't they?
I would imagine so. I would imagine.
Ain't no interstate run through it.
Yeah. So no qualifications can make you into a people person. Is that aimed at me, sir?
Wow.
Is that aimed at me, sir? Are you trying to say that I'm not a people person, sir? Huh? Is that what you're trying to say? You giant British prick. I'm going to Tennessee, Sean. Going to Tennessee. Yeah. I can't wait.
About as far East Tennessee as you can get, just about.
Yeah, pretty far, man. Pretty far. Yep. So, yeah, I'll be in Eastern Tennessee. I'll be about 4 hours from Dewey, about 2 and change from Joe and Jesse, close to the Cherokee National Forest, the Smokies. Oh, look who decided to show up. Yeah, you're late.
Hey.
You're late. And I was saying to
Hello,
Dewey,
Lady Wolf.
when we were backstage, I said, Lady Wolf commented on the Facebook post. I think she's going to be here tonight. Well, it's all right. We love you. We love you. So now that we got you here, though, before we end this show, since you just, strolled in at the end, it's all right. I get it. Fashionably late. I understand. You're from New Jersey. There's a lot of things going on there right now. What are your thoughts, Lady Wolf, on all of the hoopla surrounding these drones? Because I know you live in Jersey. I also know that you had a job that prior to all this that maybe was, gave you some interest in this kind of stuff. So I'd love to hear what you think. The poopla. Dronapalooza. That's good. Yeah, Dronapalooza.
Yeah.
Do you think they're all drones though? I don't. I definitely don't. The things that I'm seeing on Reddit are just so strange. So strange. They're here. They're here in Connecticut too. It was on the front page of our paper like a few days ago. That they're over the Thames River, which separates the town I live in here from the town I used to live in by a big bridge. But on that river is military bases, Coast Guard, nuclear submarines, all these crazy things. So I don't know, strange. I've obviously in the ocean. I mean, Long Island Sound and the Atlantic Ocean are right outside the river. So it's just weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. I'm just hoping, I'm in a major dry spell here. I'm hoping that I can get at least a little probing. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I get a little action? If I can't get it by humans, can an alien come down and just give me a little probing? As long as she's got little fingers, it's all right.
That's kind of weird. Check, please.
My luck, I'd get the only alien who was a stonemason for 40 years and
Probably,
has big old banana fingers that are calloused.
That'd be my luck. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be my luck. Oh, look it, Grace is here too. Fashionably
Hi, Grace.
late, ladies. Oh boy. Well, I think now we can end the show unless anybody's got anything else they'd like to know or they'd like to ask or talk about. I'll give you a minute to put your questions or your whatever's in the chat, and if you don't, then we're gonna get the heck out of here.
Before everybody leaves, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Happy New Year, and remember the reason for the season.
Yes, absolutely. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope everybody has a very safe, happy, blessed holiday. You spend it with the people that you care about the most, and that your New Year starts off great. New Year starts off great because I know mine can't get any worse than this last year was. So
I know where Kyle's moving to exactly. So if y'all want to engage my PayPal account and send me $10, I'll see where he's moving to. I need some Christmas money.
Huey's gonna dock me for $10. Man.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Oh God. That's great. And Hope just wants to be a jerk and rub it in. I don't plan on watching any of those Christmas movies I haven't seen.
Well, she didn't learn nothing.
She didn't. I think she's gonna be blocked from the show from now on until we force her to watch at least a couple of them.
There's a little boy on some of these reels that's on Facebook. I forgot what his name is, Jack of the South or something like that. Some little boy like that. And he always comes up with these things. And one of my favorite is, he might have went to school, but he didn't learn nothing. I've been wanting to try to get that one and use that one too.
I'll have to look this dude up.
Fun to watch.
Ben, don't feed into this crap, Ben. Just because you're a disgruntled, Brit, because you guys lost all those years ago, go have a cup of tea. Oh, wait, we threw it all overboard. Oh, God. I tease him all the time about losing that war. Must suck to come in second place. Anyway, I specifically haven't watched Harry Potter because of the obsession with them.
Harry Potter Christmas?
Harry Potter's great. There's another Christmas movie. Harry Potter's great. binge watch the classics she's missed. Yeah, well, I don't think any of us are going to get her to watch them. I don't get it. They're great movies. You have people telling you they're great movies. Why would you not want to watch them?
Lord of the Rings is a good one too.
She's seen Lord of the Rings. If you don't watch them, I am going to take another Christmas tree, some lilies. I'm going to dip them in cigarette smoke, and I'm going to shove them in your house when you're not home. She's very allergic to all those things. So,
Oh man.
yeah. Yep. So, that's the threat. And, yep. Terrifier 3? What? Is that Christmas? Terrifier's some crazy shit, by the way. It's not.
I hadn't seen that one.
It's not. It's not. It's not. Maybe they filmed one at Christmas, but it is not Christmas. It is not technically. Yeah, right, Mike. And if you guys know Mike's taste, and he loves really, really, really like bloody dark horror. So be careful if he tells you to watch a movie, because it's probably going to be really, really freaky. Really freaky. I watched one he recommended for me. I got about halfway through and turned it off. I couldn't watch it anymore. It was so nasty. And I usually don't have a hard time, but that Bone Tomahawk was woof. That was tough. That was tough. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. So real quick, here's the plan. I was planning on going up to the old man's property this weekend, Sunday. But I'm not sure now. We have a like polar vortex cold front that's dropping on us starting tomorrow. Negative, we'll be in the negatives with the wind chill. So not quite sure I'm going to be going up there, because when it's that cold, generally there's nothing's happening when it's that cold. You know, 30s, 40s, I've had things happen, but anytime that it's gotten down into like the teens, 10, single digits, it's so quiet out there. Plus,
you gotta be careful in that kind of weather. Things could fall off.
Yeah, it's brutally cold, dude. So I don't, as much as I wanted to go out, because I haven't been out in forever, and I just got my car fixed, so I can finally drive up there again. I don't think I'm going to be doing that, but if I don't, then either this coming week or weekend, I will be going up there. I promise, because he's had stuff going on up there again over these last few months. The same thing that happened last year. Went quiet during the spring, went quiet during the summer. Soon as like September, October, November, December, it was all like he started having weird things happen again. So I'm going back up. Anyhow, have a great night, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa.
Right, all that,
all that. Whatever I missed, I hope it's wonderful and blessed and full of love for you guys. And we'll see you in probably 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, because I'm not going to do anything probably next week.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, guys. Have a good night, and until next time.
Good night, everybody. We love you, and have a Merry Christmas.
Love you guys. Good night.